we have the field research for the month of December in Pokemon Go. I'm going to go over anything that is going to be worthwhile for you and to make sure that you guys can max out on everything going on here. So with that said, let's get into this. So we do have the field research breakthrough 7-day streak, which is going to be a combination of a few Pokemon, including the brand new shiny Galarian Mr. Mime, which I think is extremely cool to debut it like this. And not only that, you can get Gumi, Deino, and others. So which ones are you able to get? We have the shiny Galarian Mr. Mime, which is going to be 886 for the 100% IV. We can also get the Delibird, and just remember that is a Stardust boosted Pokemon. 469 for the Delibird 100% IV, and then we can get Bagon 2, 495 for the 100% IV, and just remember that Mega Salamence and Shadow Salamence are extremely good Pokemon. You're going to want to trade that for XL Candy, and just remember during the season, any Pokemon you trade is going to get a guaranteed XL Candy and at least 2 candies. And then we're going to have Deino in there, 455 with a shiny. This one obviously is extremely good as a meta dark attacker with the Brutal Swing for the Hydreigon. And then we have Furfrou that's going to be in there at 905, and we have Gumi in there as well at 618. So this is actually a pretty good research breakthrough in my opinion. The only thing I hope I don't see is a Furfrou unless it's shiny, which obviously we cannot predict that. So that's going to be everything for the field research. Make sure to stay up on that because there is some good Pokemon in there, including a brand new shiny debut, and maybe you'll get lucky and be able to do that. So now that's going to lead us into the field research tasks. Starting off, catch 5 Pokemon can be either a Swinub, a Spheal, or a Shelder. And as far as the Swinub goes, this Pokemon as a Shadow Ice attacker is extremely strong and extremely viable, as the Icicle Spear from the Comday for this field is actually pretty effective as well. Walrein is very relevant, all of the GBL. And then finally, the Shelder is one of my favorite Pokemon here. Not relevant in any regard really, but for the fact that is a Stardust boosted Pokemon, and catching 5 Pokemon task is relatively easy to obtain. So what I would suggest doing is finding this task, completing it. Once you do see a Shelder, you give it a Golden Raspberry, and then you run from it and start stocking this up for either the December Comday wrap up where you can get 2 times catch Stardust, or you can save it for 3 times catch Stardust on a Comday next year. Catch 7 Pokemon will be a Magikarp encounter 117. It does have a shiny, and it does have a Mega that is very multi-purposed for water and dark types for extra XL candy. We have catch 3 Pokemon, which will be a Vanillite encounter, and the 100% IV is going to be 443. I would probably pass on this task, even though it's extremely easy. Not really a big fan of this Pokemon. And then next we have catch a Dragon type Pokemon, can be either one of 2 Pokemon. Dratini 430, Bagon 495, both have shinies, both very relevant Pokemon. Dragonite, very relevant in GBL. If you do want to see best of the best for Dragonite, please check it out up here. Just remember that you do not need the Draco Meteor on that Pokemon. And then as far as the Salamence go, very relevant as a Shadow counter, very relevant as a future Mega, not so relevant as a GBL Pokemon as is Dragonite. However, this Pokemon with the Outrage move will need an Elite Charge TM because it was a Comday move on this Pokemon, or you can save it for the future because at some point I'm sure they will either have a Comday Classic or they will be able to have an event where you will be able to evolve to get Outrage if you want to be patient for that, because just remember in Pokemon Go, patience always pays off. And then we have catch 5 Pokemon with a Weather Boost. We have Vulpix, we have Hippopotas, we have Poliwag as well as Snover. This one has not changed, Snover being a meta relevant dual purpose XL candy gaining Mega level 3. Then we have use 5 Nanab Berries to help catch Pokemon. We do have either a Wurmple or a Weedle. However, this task, while seemingly pretty easy to overlook, you can give it a Pineapple Berry and you can save these Pokemon for 12 candy per evolve, which are extremely efficient evolution Pokemon for 2 times evolution XP during the spotlight hours. Then we have make 5 nice throws for a Dunsparce, does have a shiny. And then we have make 3 great throws for a Snubbull, Lilip, or an Anorith. Make 3 great throws in a row for an Onyx encounter, 472 with a shiny. Mega Steelix, once again one of those XL gaining Mega level 3 Pokemon. Then we have make 5 great curveball throws in a row is going to be a Spin encounter, 523 with a shiny. And then we have make an excellent throw, which is going to be a Scyther, 1160 on this Pokemon with a shiny. And then we have Gible, that's going to be make 3 excellent throws in a row, 477 with a shiny. Very relevant Pokemon for GBL, for a meta attacker, and for a future Mega. Then we have Battle in the Go Battle League again for Swinub. We also have Spheal, and then we have Shelder again. Once again, the Shelder is the winner in this task for sure, but also the XL candy coming from the Swinub will also help out for the Shadow Mamoswine, which is going to be pretty glassy, so do be cautious using a lot of Stardust for this Pokemon. We have Win a Raid, which is going to be a Sneasel encounter, it does have a shiny. We have Hatch an Egg, which can be either a Cryogonal, no shiny, or a Mantine with a shiny. Cryogonal may be a shiny release this holiday season, who knows. We have win a 3-star raid or higher for an Omanite or a Kabuto. Win 5 raids for an Aerodactyl with a shiny, 1193. It is a very relevant meta rock Mega, and then also has a great dual-purposed Mega level 3 for rock and flying. However, this Pokemon, winning 5 raids for it, is it worth it? I mean, if you're specifically targeting this task, I would say no. However, if you run into a couple of them, which is going to be relatively rare, and you're planning to do raid hour anyway, you may be able to stock up here. Then we have Hatch 2 Eggs, which is going to be a Beldum at 418. Once again, a very relevant meta attacker, and it has a great Shadow and a future Mega as well. Very relevant Pokemon here. We have Evolve a Pokemon can be an EV at a 459 with a shiny, and then we have the Kanto starters in Power Up a Pokemon 3 times, which are pretty relevant. However, Power Up a Pokemon 5 times is going to be the Johto starters, and then we have the Hoenn starters at Power Up Pokemon 7 times. If you do choose to do this, remember those Megas are out. Having 100% IV Pokemon of those are very relevant, and they obviously have shinies. And once again, if you do choose to power these up, all you have to do is catch a level 1 Pokemon in the wild, power it up 4 times, which will only cost you 800 Stardust, transfer that Pokemon, find another one, power it up 3 times, and then you have a grand total of 600 Stardust plus 800, which is going to be 1400 Stardust for powering a Pokemon 7 times, which is the most effective way to do that. But if you do plan to do that, please try to save up on multiple of them so you can have multiple rewards for using Stardust. Then you have earn 5 hearts with your buddy, which is going to be a Cottony. Give your buddy 3 treats, which is going to be a Meditite. Meditite does have a very relevant Medicham for Go Battle League. We have earn 2 candies walking your buddy, which can be a shiny Bunnelby. Earn 3 candies walking your buddy can be a Stunfisk, but unfortunately is the regular Stunfisk and not the Galarian Stunfisk. And then finally we have trade a Pokemon, which is going to be one of the bigger wins in this because it's a guaranteed Machoke encounter, which is a second tier evolution Pokemon. It is going to be giving a golden raspberry and running from it to stack it up for Calm Day with 3 times catch Stardust. The biggest winner overall is send 5 gifts and add stickers for a Delibird encounter. 623 is 100% IV, but this Pokemon is a Mega Stardust boosted Pokemon, so you are going to want to golden razz it and run away from it, and this is one of the best tasks to stay after during the season. Spin 3 stops or gym is going to be a pseudo encounter with a 100% IV at 920. Spin 5 Pokestops or gyms will be a Ralton counter, which is going to be a Mega Gardevoir or Gallade, which is very effective to have future XL candy for. We have take a snapshot of a wild Pokemon can give you either a Hoppip, a Yanma, or a Murkrow. Mediocre, all of them have shinies though. Take 5 snapshots of wild Pokemon, which will give you another Ralton counter. Seems like they're kind of pushing that Pokemon, I wonder why. And then finally, we have Purify 3 Shadow Pokemon for a Carvanha, a Poochyena, or a Alolan Rattata, and I would discard that task unless you are looking to get the Rocket Medal in Pokemon Go. So the biggest winners here are going to be trade a Pokemon for the Machoke, add 5 stickers to gifts while sending them, so a grand total of 5 gifts for the Delibird encounter, and then we have 2 chances at getting the Shelter in here, including some other meta-relevant Pokemon, such as the Dragon Task, which is going to give you either a Dratini or a Bagon, which are very effective, and then we have also the Metagross and the Ralts in here that are going to be effective. So that's going to be it. Make sure to get out there, tune in, and hunt those Stardust boosted tasks and run away from them with the Golden Raspberry to save up. So thank you guys for being here as always. To all my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes their support, subscription, to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out in the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.